Hi, I'm with Dragon Medicinal Syrup. We're a non-psychoactive cannabis infusion that is just 2 ingredients. We're trying to stay as holistic and as organic as possible. We get the best herb in Humboldt County to work with, and I've been doing this for over 2 decades. So just give y'all an introduction to what the medicine is really about. It's basically the terpenes and the cannabinoids that is really what's basing how healing happens when you partake of cannabis. So with our infusion, it's a water-soluble, so it maintains the non-psychoactive component. So we're 100% legal. We're more legal than anything in America. And that's the truth. I actually have a criminal court case dismissal with regards to my tincture product. I don't think anybody in America has that. So the basic premise of terpenes and what terpenes do when you're able to get them into your body is anti-inflammatories, anti-anxiety, stress relief, antimicrobial, anti-tumor. So when I first started getting introduced to this medicine, it was in 2004. I was going in for a surgery, and my friend says, I got some liquid marijuana, bro. You want to try this? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. What's liquid marijuana? So I'm like, and it turned out to be the best tasting medicine I've ever tried. Any other tincture you try, they're alcohol, oil-based, and they're very disgusting when you taste them. I'm sure plenty of you have tried tinctures, and the result of your face is the ugly. So we don't do that. We do the best tasting medicine. You can try it. I got it over there. It's basically akin to juicing. Juicing the plant is 100% the best way to get cannabinoids and terpenoids in your system. And so when you get those in your system from juicing, your body starts to alleviate pains and diseases and all the things that are cause disruption in our bodies, our mental and our electrical chemistries that our bodies produce. That's what the cannabis plant is actually for. It's to help us function normally and create homeostasis within our own selves, okay? So, you know it. And so my cannabis journey started when I was very young. I grew up on the East Coast, and I started smoking weed when I was about 5 years old. And I thought it was the greatest thing in the world because it just put me in a different kind of mindset than being in the neighborhood atmosphere that I was in. And so it just morphed into moving to Humboldt County. And when I came to Humboldt, I didn't even know Humboldt was like Humboldt. I mean, I get it now because Weed World is a whole microcosm of its own world. And you can put politics and anything else to the side and you don't even have to think about it because Weed World, we're in our own little climate. And so after being introduced to the medicine, the liquid marijuana, went back to my doctor, and the doctor was like, you're the fastest recovery in this surgery we've ever seen. And I knew I could only attribute that to the liquid marijuana. And so we came up with the name Golden Dragon, and for over 2 decades now, we've been producing the best quality cannabis tincture in America or beyond in the world. So we're gonna do this, we've been doing this. The testimonials alone are why I do this. When a mother comes up to you and tells you my kid doesn't have seizures anymore, or when a person says, you put my cancer in remission, or I don't have eczema, or I don't have psoriasis, or I don't have a hurt, whatever, or I can sleep at night, or whatever seems to be their ailment, our medicine has been tried and true to help. A lot of people use it for their animals. I've got testimonials from numerous people's cats and dogs, either saving them from kidney failure or saving them from whatever dilapidating diseases that we succumb to in America with our food programs and everything else that's happening. But just to let you understand, the cannabinoid system is very robust. And most tinctures that are oil-based or alcohol-based denature the herb. So when you're taking the whole herb and you're turning it into a portion, you're not getting the same benefits. And that's why most oils or other CBDs or other tinctures on the market may not be as effective. Now, cannabis in general is very effective. It's the most effective plant because of the terpenoid system and the cannabinoid system that exists. All plants have terpenes. That's why they smell a certain way. It's just the cannabis plant is so much more prolific in it, and that's what it causes. It's the everything: anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, pain relief, appetite suppressant, and it goes on and on and on the list. It's just so much of a beneficial nutrient. Our bodies just gravitate towards it, and that's why we do this particular style of tincture, because it's not so inhibiting to the body like an alcohol tincture or an oil tincture that doesn't absorb. So, and I've gotten many testimonials on this as far as people who have tried to infuse my product with oil products, and it just doesn't work the same. And so they've gone back to just using my product straight because it's more effectual. And if they have to use an oil afterwards, they put an oil as a coat, not as the absorber or the main absorber. So just continuing to find the best herb in Humboldt County and turning it into a tincture that everyone can enjoy, especially children that have debilitating sicknesses and disease. I can say many testimonials, like there was this band up in Arcata called Ashanon. If anybody locally has heard of Ashanon, they had a daughter that was sick with CP, and she had a brain aneurysm that burst when she was a month old. She was stricken to a wheelchair and having hundreds of seizures a day. And when they told me their daughter had no more seizures after taking our medicine, how can you stop doing something that's so prolific in a child's life? So I'm full force with this. We've been helping people. We're going to continue to help people. And my hunt is to find the best strains in Humboldt and cultivate them and turn it into a tincture to help as many people on this earth as I can. Any questions?
I just discovered a new substance called DMSO. I use it with some other treatments that I'm using for ozone. And my doctor said that DMSO offers like a quick absorbance. And I do a little CBD just around. But I was thinking you might want to look into adding that.
I have had that conversation before about the DMSO. I have not tried that yet as an infusion, so I don't really know it, but I get what you're saying. I totally get that. And maybe in the future, when I have the funds to be able to afford such a project, I can do such a thing. That's cool. I'm all about it.
Are you going to be around for
Yeah, my table's set up right over here. So I'm around, and I live locally. I've been here 25 years. I got here in 2000, so according to the locals, I'm local now. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
how's your product concentrated?
It's not concentrated. It's an enveloped infusion. It's just two ingredients. It's just glycerin and the best cannabis in the world. And so when those two come together, it's almost like they preserve each other into this encapsulated form that is just, it's all I can say is it's akin to juicing. When you juice buds, that is the best way to get cannabinoids into your system and terpenoids into your system. And so I recommend juicing, but the problem with juicing is the shelf life on juicing is a week or 2 weeks. So you got to get it quick or freeze it, and that only lasts for so long as well. Our product, because it's an enveloped tincture, it has a shelf life beyond. You can keep it on your shelf as long as it stays from getting air, because air will change the viscosity because of moisture in the air and humidity. So as long as you keep it dry, cool storage, airtight in a refrigerator, you can even put it in a freezer, because glycerin is like alcohol that doesn't freeze. It's the only alcohol that's not harmful for your body. Glycerin actually acts like a prophylaxis, which means it goes through your body fluidly, like your DMSO that you're speaking of. And the cannabis, cannabinoids, and terpenoids that are in that infusion go throughout your body. And that's what triggers brain response and triggers electricity in order to help heal you. When we get an injury, like say you cut yourself, your brain is sending a signal, oh, I cut myself. And so to shut that down, cannabis. So you get that cannabis in your system, then you can shut those processes down, and your brain doesn't have to work overtime going, oh, I broke my leg when I was 12. It still hurts. So that's what's going on in our brains constantly. So that's why we smoke weed, because it calms that down. So this is a tincture for people who can't smoke, because not everybody can do the smoking. And so this is something that not only is it non-psychoactive, so it doesn't get you high, but it also is beneficial, and it doesn't have the smoke effect or any of those other issues that people might not be able to digest or take. All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks again.